All right, and we are recording now.
Awesome.
All right, man. Cheers. I'm excited for this.
This is going to be fun.
How do you feel?
A little nervous.
Mhm.
First time, so.
Yeah. So today is going to be the first episode of what I'm thinking of calling the Arthur and Austin show.
Okay.
I mean,
you switched the names around.
No, sorry. Austin and Arthur. It's the Austin. The YouTube channel says Austin and Arthur on it. We need to take pictures later. But yeah, so basically, let me just turn this down. Okay. So basically, the purpose of what we talked about before was this is going to be a channel or a show where we talk about our lives in Japan. Normally like this, the things that people don't normally get to hear about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So today I thought we would start off with just talking about how we got to Japan and what was tough about moving in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So do you want to get started? So for you, how did you get to Japan?
So, short answer, airplane.
Come on. Dude, you're gonna make me have to drink more now.
A little bit more detailed answer is so I joined the JET program.
Mm-hmm.
So I went through a series of interviews, and the whole process took about a year. And honestly,
wait, can you remind me what's the JET program?
Oh, sure. It's a teaching program for somebody who's basically interested just living in Japan.
Okay.
Like you don't have to have any teaching experience.
Okay.
But yeah, so you sign up for the program, you go through some interviews and stuff, and they hook you up with a school and send you out here.
So I have a lot of friends actually who went to JET and they hated it. Like, not necessarily that they hated it.
One of those friends, me?
No. I mean, no. But like, I have a friend that I know from college, right?
Oh, okay.
Who was always studying Japanese. Well, he never really was that great at Japanese, but he would hang out within the Japanese crowd. Yeah. And he came to Japan. He went to Utsunomiya, I think, or like Tochigi.
Okay.
And I just remember seeing his posts on Facebook, like, life sucks. This is horrible. Why did I come to Japan?
I think that's, yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of like the typical JET experience. It's like a lottery, man.
Yeah.
I had a buddy. So when I first got here, so we're gonna fast forward things a little bit to like after I arrived. We got bunked with 3 other people in the Keio Plaza Hotel.
Okay,
it was like a super swanky hotel, but I'm with like 3 stinky gaijin, and so that was an experience. But anyways, so one of the guys was put in downtown Osaka.
Okay.
Like that's
yeah.
The other guy got placed in Okinawa in Naha.
Okay.
Which is like, man, if you're gonna get placed somewhere on JET, like that's the place to get put. It's like, hey, do you want to go to Hawaii for 5 years? All expenses paid? Okay. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
And so I got placed in Tokyo. So like all 3 of us won the lottery.
So I thought with JET, right? So I thought JET was kind of like, originally it was not for the cities, it was for the inaka, so people went there.
Yeah.
So, but what's the deal with that?
So the reason they decided to open things up was, first of all, the education system in here is less than great.
Sounds wonderful.
How I would put it. So they wanted to improve the English education in a lot of schools. And then the next big push was the Olympics.
Okay.
So that's the reason why they opened up Tokyo specifically.
Now we're
for
thinking about the
JET.
Olympics now.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Dude, that's sorry. I just got to say, like, so I'm self-employed, right? And I'm teaching English and stuff.
Yeah.
But like my big thing that I'm focusing on is like to talk with people in the real world. And just whenever I hear the Olympics, I just get so sad because like my whole business model was like, the Olympics are coming. Let's talk with all the international people who come here. And now there's no one.
Oh my God. It's okay. So I guess we're just, this whole podcast is going to be tangents, I guess. So
dude,
it shouldn't even be a problem. So I was watching the table tennis championships between Japan and Taiwan the other day. It was like the women's table tennis thing.
Okay.
And so I've watched Olympic games in the past, and it's like you see it's this big sports arena, thousands of people watching. It could be the most mundane sport ever. There could be some guy like just mopping the floor, and people would be like, "Yeah!"
Well, if he's the best in the world, then like, why not?
I guess that's what's that ice mopping game? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. But what's it?
It's not billiard.
With an S. Starts with an S.
Shuffling.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's basically mopping, except on the ice. Anyways.
Yeah.
So I'm watching this table tennis tournament.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've seen Olympic Games in the past.
Yeah.
And they had it zoomed in on the players.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of silent, but I didn't really think about it. And then at one point, they have a spot where the players are resting. They zoom out and they're just looking at the stadium. And there's like 6 people watching.
Yeah. I heard that. I heard that even people who got tickets to go, they can't get their tickets refunded, but they can't go because of the like state of emergency.
Yes. Yeah. Dude, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's actually depressing to watch. It's like if I were one of those athletes, it's like imagine training for the past 4 years to come to this, and it's like,
6
dude,
people.
you don't even have an audience.
Yeah.
The 6 people were her teammates.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, okay, so you're right, we did get off on a tangent, but I'm glad we talked about that. But yeah, so you're in Japan. I mean, you're in Tokyo. Other people are in like Okinawa, Osaka, yeah?
So when I first arrived here, so they gave us an option. They said, hey, look, you're a Tokyo jet. So, you know how we normally just pay for your apartment and hook you up with like, you know, a place so you don't have to do anything? Well, you're a Tokyo jet, so you don't get to do that. So here's what we will do. We will recommend you to an apartment agency.
Wow.
Have fun. And so that's the last time I talked to Jet.
Wow.
And, you know, it looking back on things, I think it worked out for me. But I had no idea what I was doing when I first got here. So I met with the company. Luckily, they were a company that spoke English. Yeah. So, you know, if you're a foreigner looking to move to Japan and specifically Tokyo, I recommend just checking out a company. It's over in Shinokubo called GTN.
You know, okay, I've heard of GTN before. Yeah.
They're reasonably priced. I mean, you're gonna have to pay more for like the ability to speak English to somebody, but they will help you get started. So I do appreciate that much. So I got an apartment and everything, and you know, I moved in. I was living in a business hotel for about 2 weeks. Okay. Which, you know, it's hotel life in Japan. So basically you get to live in a bathroom. It's about the same size.
Yeah, right.
And so we move in, or I move in, and I don't have any power. Okay. And
you move in, no power.
So I had no power. Okay. My Japanese language ability was non-existent at the time. So the company, or sorry, GTN told me, hey, you know, you need to call the power company so they can come over here and turn on your power. I was too intimidated to call the power company. Yeah. It was scary, man. Like I had to call and like talk to some dude in Japanese. Like I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah. But I was too proud to ask GTN to call them for me. I was like, no. I'm a strong, independent man. I'm 27 years old. I'm gonna do this by myself. Okay. But I couldn't build up the courage for like a whole week. So I went an entire week without power or hot water.
What did you do?
Well, I mean, I pretty much lived out of a konbini at the time. I'll be honest. Okay.
Konbini is?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, convenience store. Yeah, that's a little nickname here for like little 7-Elevens and like AM PM kind of stores. Okay. I actually heard that Lawson's from America. Did you know?
Yeah,
that?
Lawson's from Ohio.
I had no idea about that.
I mean, so like this is, you know, it's funny. I feel like Japan is the place where like brands that failed abroad come here and succeed. Like my mom remembers when Mr. Donut was everywhere in the United States. Sure. And they actually were the same company as Dunkin' Donuts for a while. They separated. But yeah, now Mr. Donut is gone. It's in Japan. Like I'm from the East Coast, so we never had it. But Shakey's Pizza. Like I remember I took someone, there's a Shakey's Pizza in Shibuya. And I took this guy from LA to go there. I took this guy from LA. We were walking around Shibuya and he's just like, holy shit, there's a Shakey's Pizza here? I haven't seen one for like 15 years. But it just happens, you know? Yeah. I believe it, man. Yeah, I believe it. I mean, it's like, how many Denny's do you see here? Seriously, dude. Yeah. Yeah, the one Denny's that was close to my house in like the Boston area, gone now. Yeah. But dude, I got to tell you though, that I totally understand how you feel about being intimidated because, you know, so I came to Japan on a Ryugaku study abroad program, right? I went to University of Washington, UW, go Huskies. Yeah. You too? Yeah, you too. And the reason I picked UW.
Hey guys, if you've watched this far, you're going to love our Austin and Arthur friends.
In the Austin and Arthur Friends, you're going to really improve your English listening, and I mean a lot. As a friend of ours, you will get each episode ahead of time with no ads, so you can watch before anyone else. But not just that, you can ask us questions or leave comments, and we will make a special video each week answering questions and responding to comments. These videos will not be released publicly. They are for friends, members only. It's a great way for you to ask our opinions directly and for us to respond directly. You'll also get listening practice questions and answers that you can check. Answers are for friends, members only. Oh, and anaume mondai mo desu ne. So you can check your listening. But not just that, for each episode, you'll get a list of native phrases we said from the video, along with practice sentences and pronunciation practice to help your speaking as well. You'll also get access to a members-only community where you can talk with us, the both of us. Mainly me, right?
No, definitely not.
This is a great way to support our show, but also get closer to us and improve your English as well. For more information, click on the link in the description box, the gayodan, or go to our website, austinandarthur.com. First of all, I was the first student from my high school to go to UW.
Okay.
Yeah. And the reason I chose UW was because they had lots of connections with Japan.
Sure.
So I thought, okay, well, this is my ticket to Japan. I want to get there. So every year from freshman year, I applied for study abroad program and I got denied 3 times every year. And my 4th year, finally, it was good. I got a nice scholarship. I got like $20,000 scholarship. I don't know why. I think it was just like the universe telling me, go to Japan now. Well, it's good.
Funny.
I met my wife at that time, but yeah. So like I went to Aoyama Gakuin University and they had like the system to help you get situated. Like if you needed help with residency stuff, finding an apartment, you could do that. You could stay in the dorms. And I'm like, no, I've studied Japanese for 9 years. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do this on my own. So I get to Japan and like luckily I had a friend in Japan and I was staying at his house and I was like, crap, how do I find an apartment here? So I look around and dude, there was so much crazy red tape stuff just trying to look for an apartment by myself. Man. So with GTN, they have foreigner friendly stuff.
They do.
Yeah, I didn't go that route. Like I remember I went to one place where they had 10 properties and 8 of them, when they found out I was a foreigner, they're like, nope. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yep.
But then after I get there, I had the same thing you did. Like in my mailbox, there were these like forms for water and electricity. I'm like, what do I do with these? I'm like, there's no hot water. I call the real estate agency. They're like, yeah, you need to set those up.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I need a bank account. And like, I could read Japanese at that time, but there are like all these forms. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah. So I ended up talking to one of my friends being like, hey, I'll buy you dinner. Can you help me with this? And
there you go.
She helped me figure it out.
Dinners are always the way to go.
Dude. Yeah, it was like, it's so weird because like, to be honest, I've only lived in a couple of places by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually forget how I set up utilities in the States. Like, so if you move to somewhere new and you have to set up the utilities in the States, what's the process?
I'm going to be real with you. I've never lived in the US by myself.
Okay.
So the times that I was living there, I mean, obviously growing up as a kid, I lived in my parents' house.
Yeah.
In the military, I lived in a barracks, so I didn't have to do anything. And then, I was a frat boy when I was in college. So it's like I lived with like 40 other stinky guys.
Yeah.
And then I moved back and my buddy owned a condo, so I moved in with him. Okay. But from what I understand, and I could be wrong about this, but I believe the utilities are already set up in the apartment.
Yeah.
And you just pay the landlord.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but not how it is here. You have to do that separately.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just remember, like one of the things that really surprises me about living in Japan that I never thought I'd have to figure out is you have all of these carbon copy forms that you need to like even with the utilities thing, you have a place where you fill in this stuff, but there's 3 sheets.
Yes.
One is for you.
Yes.
one is for like your landlord and one is for the utilities company. And so you have to like mail those separately.
Yeah.
It was like I basically I just talked to my friend and my friend was like, hey, write this here, okay, and do this. And I just listened to her and she helped me out. But
yeah,
that was really tough.
How are you expected to learn that on your own?
You don't. It's just, yeah.
Is it just like an ancient tradition of just like, all right, we will pass on the tradition of sending utilities out?
Dude,
like,
no idea. But I'll tell you, dude, it was crazy. When I tried to set up a bank account here too. So I set up a bank account in Seattle at Wells Fargo one time.
Okay.
And all you do is you go to the place, you fill out a form, and you're good, right? But like in Japan, when I had to do a business account, right? It was the same thing. You had like this 3-layer carbon copy thing that they had to separate and stuff. And one thing that was crazy was I had to write down my username and password in print. I had to handwrite it and submit it to them. And I've never had to do that before.
Okay.
That's so it's like, hey, to this person, it's like, oh, this is I got the online banking option. So they're like, okay, well, write down your username and password right here. And it was weird because it was like,
a little strange.
When you wrote down a letter, there was a box next to it to check if it was uppercase or lowercase, so there was no confusion. So like, it was.
Man, it'd be great if there was a machine that did that.
I know, right? Right?
Like,
yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that surprised me about Japan is like how low tech a lot of things are here.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
There's you get these like hybrid situations where you'll get people. Like a perfect example is like the post office.
Yeah.
Okay. So the post office near my apartment, I'll go there, and they have this like sign in with an iPad.
Okay.
So you sign in, you get your thing, you like your spot in line with an iPad.
With an iPad. Yeah.
Right. Perfect. Easy. Yeah. Don't have to talk to anybody. Don't have to fill anything out. Done. Get up to the person, and it's like, hey, I want to mail this. All right. Here's this big stack of forms you got to fill out to like send stuff. It's like,
there's
an iPad right there.
I know.
Why is that not on there? I know there's a mail app. I got it on my phone.
Like, yeah, it's weird because like I mean, so in the States too, like the United States Post Office, whatever. It's similar to that, but I feel like they're getting a little bit better. Time goes on, like you can print out your own labels and stuff. But yeah, dude. So what was something else that like moving to Japan that kind of surprised you as far as like living, not necessarily visiting, but living?
For me, getting used to all the various sounds around my apartment.
Like what?
So what I'm mostly alluding to is the thin walls of apartments.
Okay.
So there was a young female.
Okay.
That lived above me. And well, for lack of a better way to say this, she was a very active person at night.
Okay.
And specifically with occasionally she had guests over, and she seemed to be very fond of moving furniture at about 3 a.m. I don't know why.
Okay.
But in the middle of the night you just hear thunk, and then the guy next to me, I think, was just perpetually sick. Because he just coughed every day for 2 years.
Okay. By the way, where were you living at this time?
So I was living in Kamata. For those that are not familiar with Tokyo, that's kind of like South Tokyo.
Yeah.
It's I like to nickname it Salaryman Town because it's kind of it's famous. It's like a rundown version of Hollywood.
Okay.
It's actually got some really interesting history. It used to be like the Tokyo's version of Hollywood back in like the 1930s.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah. So it's got like this history of film and everything, but it hasn't continued that history, but it has continued the sleaziness. That is not let up in the slightest.
What do you mean by that?
Oh man, it's just like girls' bars, izakaya.
Wait, what's a girls' bar?
So a girls' bar is this place where a guy can go throw all his salary away. Literally just talking to a girl and having a drink.
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating when I say you're throwing your salary away, because it's like, I've been there one time.
Okay.
So I had a friend who he lived in Osaka, so he was Korean.
Okay.
And so he just turned 20 years old, and he came up to visit me in Tokyo. And I asked him, I'm like, you're 20 years old now, dude. Where do you want to go? I'll pay. Whatever you want to do. Very first suggestion, he's like, I want to go to a girls' bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, you know what? This kid wants to do it, so let's go. And so we show up, and we go to this girls' bar, and there was a Chinese and a Filipino girl that came and sat next to us, and they were nice.
How old were they?
Oh, God. The Filipino girl was probably about 34.
Okay.
Chinese girl is probably like 22.
Okay.
And they're young girls. That's the idea. They're supposed to be young and attractive, right? And so we go in there, and I noticed that they're immediately like, you have to buy us a drink. I'm like, well, you freaking work here. What do you mean I have to buy you a drink? All right, I'll play your game. Kid wants to come here, so I'll go. And so we're buying drinks, and I noticed that there's no clocks or windows. It's a very dark place, and they won't tell you how much anything costs.
Okay.
You can't be like, how much is this? Okay. And be like, oh, don't worry about it.
There's no prices on the menu or something?
They will eventually show you like a menu if you go talk to the bartender, but if you talk to the girls, they won't tell you how much anything is.
Okay.
I don't know if that's deliberate, but
it definitely is deliberate.
Yeah. So anyways, we were there for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay?
The two
of us. Guess how much it costs?
I don't know, $100? $200.
It was $175.
What?
The equivalent.
For 45
minutes. $175.
And all you did was just talk.
All we did is talk.
Was it a fun conversation?
I'll be honest, they were entertaining.
Yeah.
It's their job to be entertaining, so I would hope that they're good. You know, they're very friendly. Of course, they sit close to you and everything, but they had some nice conversations. So you eventually get the receipt, and it's like, dude, we gotta go. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
And so I got my receipt, and a single beer.
Yeah.
$30.
What?
$30.
$30
for a single beer.
What?
Yeah.
Was there like an entrance fee or something like that, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there is an entrance fee, but they typically don't tell you about that.
Okay.
There's like a million different little fees. There's like beer fee, there's entrance fee, and then they charge by depending on the place. This place charged by every half hour.
Okay.
So we got charged for a full hour, even though we were only there for 45.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
sounds awesome.
I can't think of a single reason why you would ever like really want to go there.
Yeah. That's something that really surprised me, right? So like, like in the States, right? I mean, I've never been, but strip clubs are like, there are lots of strip clubs around,
sure.
Right? And like, there's prostitution and stuff. But in Japan, there's like this whole industry where all you do is just talk, or like it's not really clear what happens. And like that whole, I remember when someone was explaining to me the concept of a girls bar, because when you go to the bar area with all the izakaya, and you have all these girls bars, and these young kind of cute girls are out there, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, so what's this? And they're like, oh yeah, they just talk to you. Like,
Yeah, I was really surprised about it too, because I mean, maybe this is just Western culture. It's like you assume that like, okay, well, if you're paying for services with like a member of the opposite gender, then there's usually some kind of assumption of sex.
Yeah.
Or some kind of service involved with that. But this is, I mean, you can find places like that here, but this is just purely talking.
Yeah.
And it's like you can even take it a step further. It's like how many cafes, like girls' cafes that exist.
Yeah, like maid cafes, right?
Yeah, they like guys just show up and just talk to a girl.
Yeah. Dude, that's another thing that I thought was amazing, is like girls dressing up in like maid costumes, and you're paying really expensive drinks, and they'll like play games and stuff like that. But it's just kind of like that. I've never been to a girls' bar. I've never been to a maid cafe. I've never been to like a kabakura, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't really understand. Actually, there was one time when I did. So I had a friend who's like a millionaire, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, show me the best places in Japan. Those kind of places." I'm like, "Okay." So I took him to like a Kabakura place, which is like a step up above Girls Bar where you can like a little bit more than maybe second base or whatever. But I was just like, man, this costs like $200, $300 for like almost just like talking pretty much. And it's like,
yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's something that I still don't understand to this day.
Yeah. So that anyways, going back to like all the sounds and everything.
Yeah.
I think the sounds and another thing is I was really surprised, and maybe this is just Tokyo. I was really surprised how difficult it is to find healthy food here in Japan. Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
So what I mean by that is, of course, you can go to a restaurant and such, and pay for expensive healthy food, but just going and finding like organic food.
Okay.
So I'm a big preppy Seattle guy who's like used to all his like GMO free, stuff, organic stuff, and I don't have any health conditions that necessarily require that, but it's just how I grew up.
Yeah.
So when I moved here, I expected, okay, you know what? Japan's like really into like the whole fitness and eating healthy thing. Like it should be pretty easy to find that. You can't find that anywhere here.
Yeah.
I was really surprised about that.
Yeah.
So I think that was like a really big culture shock for me as well.
Yeah, one thing though, I will say, so like I first came in Japan in 2013, right? And at that time, it was really kind of like what you said. But I feel like now there are more organic places kind of opening, like finally, like I remember, when I lived near UW, right?
Yeah.
There were like 3 vegan cafes I could go to. But now like there's more and more vegan options, but still like actually just near like the station where I live, there's actually a bulk foods shop where you can buy things in bulk, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, so I would say like, yeah, for those like health conscious supplementary, like vegan-esque kind of like, that kind of culture, you don't really have many options for that as you would in the US, but I still feel like there are lots of like healthy options here, but I will say it's one thing that really did surprise me is like the amount of junk that you can buy at konbini.
Yes.
But also how good it tastes.
Yeah.
So like one thing that really got me was, 7-Eleven in the States and 7-Eleven here.
It was night and day.
Completely different.
Yeah.
How is it different for you? What would you say?
Oh man. Okay. First of all, Japan messed up because they didn't bring Slurpees over here.
Yeah, right.
They didn't bring Slurpees over here, man. That drives me nuts. I miss Slurpees.
Yeah.
But it's like everyone knows what kind of food you're getting at a 7-Eleven in the United States, right?
Yeah.
You get like the big dog, like the chili dogs or whatever, and you get some kind of like hot pocket thing. You don't even know what's in there, but it's just like a hot pocket, right? But kind of like what you alluded to, the communities are legit over here. 7-Eleven is incredible. Like you can eat every meal of the day at 7-Eleven and live a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like they got salads, they got fresh eggs, they got fresh milk, they got fruit, vegetables, like you name it. Like they got it. So yeah, that's really cool, and that's definitely helped me transition into Japanese life.
Yeah, dude. Like I gotta tell you, so I gotta tell you, the first meal I ever had in Japan was 7-Eleven because I had no clue what to get anywhere else. So I just went there and I was looking around. It's like, okay, so they have all of these like packaged meals that actually look delicious.
Yeah.
They have onigiri, like the rice ball things covered in nori, seaweed, and they have all these great pastries, and
you went for the pastries, didn't you?
Actually, I went for the onigiri because I'm like, I'm not going to eat Western food in Japan ever. Now I do every day pretty much, but
it's funny how that goes.
Yeah, dude. No, but it was just like, yeah, it's funny because, like we have this idea that, 7-Eleven is like an American company.
Yeah.
But it's so different here.
It's so different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think another thing that really took some getting used to, and this may not be true for necessarily everybody, but growing up and all the places that I've lived in the U.S. Now, not when I was deployed or anything, but specifically when I was in the US, I always had a dryer.
Yeah, yeah. Dryers. I miss those.
So here in Japan, people have dryers, but typically for apartments, you don't have dryers. There's just no place to put them.
Mm-hmm.
And so most people will either go to a laundromat, which is really expensive, which have dryers, or the other option is just to hang up your clothes.
Yeah, air dry them.
And yeah, man, I screwed that up. I was not good at washing my clothes.
What do you mean? What happened?
Well, so first of all, one problem I had was sometimes I would just straight up forget that I had laundry.
Okay.
And so had to rewash everything because I was used to the transition of like, all right, take everything out, put it in the dryer, forget about it.
Yeah.
There's no dryer. So we just skipped to the forget about it stage.
Okay.
Is what happened.
Yeah.
But the other problem is you have to be cognizant of Japan's wonderful weather here.
Yeah, right.
And how it can either be extremely humid, aka your clothes will never dry, or B, it'll just decide to rain for like suddenly 5 minutes, and then be back to sunny. So you have to really watch your phone and check the weather when you're doing laundry, just to make sure that like you can actually dry your clothes. It's not a big deal, but
dude, I gotta tell you, so when I first came to Japan, I was blessed because I had the sketchiest laundromat near my house. Like, so I lived in a 120 square foot apartment unit.
Nice.
Like, it was kind of a rectangle, but if I went sideways, if I lied down sideways, my head and my feet would touch the walls. Like that's just how that's just how it was, right? It was really great when I had like 3 friends come and visit, and we were packed like sardines in there. I had to sleep sideways on my side. I couldn't sleep on my back because we didn't have enough space for that. But anyways, so there was like this like stand kind of thing attached to the window, and I asked the real estate agent, I said, "What's this for?" And they're like, "Oh, that's to hang your clothes."
Yeah.
But it was inside. It wasn't outside because there's no space outside.
Yeah.
But luckily, like I said, there was this laundromat that literally had the word "coin nandori" written in black tape. It was in black tape on this like metal sheet. And like I go inside, it's next to this like abandoned warehouse, and in the front is this coin nandori, like it's all like square shaped because
that seems totally legit,
dude. And so I would go there, and there was like 5 washing machines and 5 dryers, and every once in a while, like the owner would come by, and he was this sketchy old dude who like was missing a lot of teeth.
Yeah,
and he's just like, I remember one time he got angry at me. He was like, "Are you the one who left your cigarettes here?" I'm like, "No, I don't smoke." Like, oh, okay. And then he just leaves, right? But anyway, so I had that dryer, so I never had to deal with the dryings situation. But now, I'm married, and my wife, she does laundry all the time. And, what's funny is because I asked her, I'm like, why do you prefer drying on like the line? On outside? Why don't you get a dryer? And she's like, yeah, well, the sunlight hits it, so it acts kind of like gets rid of the bacteria and stuff. But I don't buy it. Like when it gets past 4 p.m. or like when it starts to get dark, and she brings it in, my clothes smell kind of funny. It's got like that namagusai kind of like it hasn't completely dried feel.
Yeah, they got the damp.
Yeah, dude. That's another thing that really surprised me was how early the sun sets here.
Yeah. That took some getting used to too.
Yeah.
I wasn't as surprised by that because I did homestay here when I was a high school student, so I was kind of used to that by the time I moved here. But yeah, when I first started doing a homestay here in high school, I got really surprised. It's like, I did homestay during the summer, and it's like, as an American, it's like, dude, sunsets at like 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here it's like 7.
Yeah, it's 7 here.
Yeah.
And it was really weird, like coming home from school and seeing the sun go down. It's like, dude, this is July. Like, why is the sun going down? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things. I'm really happy living here, and there are lots of things that surprised me about it. But yeah, another thing that really got me that I was kind of surprised at when I first started living here was I just drew a blank. Was there anything else for you that like when you were living here that kind of surprised you?
I want to kind of change this to a positive, like more spin, because I feel like I don't want to say we've been saying negative things, but
it's just been something
that I was pleasantly surprised with was I heard people complain prior to moving here. I heard people complain like, hey, you know what? Landlords are gonna just come harass you all the time, and they're gonna be always up in your business.
Yeah, that never happened to me.
It never happened to me.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But I've just been of the mindset that it's like, you know, maybe there's some exceptions where somebody hasn't done something wrong. But I feel like as long as you're kind of paying attention to like cultural norms here and, you know, just trying to be, you know, a decent person, I really haven't been harassed by anyone.
Yeah.
Like, the only experience that I've had of like kind of like anti-foreigner feeling is, you know, it's like you'll get the apartments that turn you down and say no foreigners. But I mean, other than that, like people, even in Tokyo, which is kind of famous for being like pretty standoffish and cold compared to the rest of Japan.
Yeah.
People have been really welcoming.
Yeah.
I remember when I first moved in, it was really cool. So I was the first person in my apartment building to live there. My apartment building was brand new. I was the very first person.
Okay.
And there was a Japanese couple. They were really young, probably around my age, like 25, 26 at the time. And so they moved in also. They lived on like the 3rd floor. And we were the only people living there for about a week. It quickly filled up. But like that week, they just came over and was like, hey, look, we noticed you lived here. Here's some food.
Yeah.
What's up? Like, we're your neighbor.
Yeah.
And I just remember, because this was like my 2nd or 3rd week living here. And I just remember at the time, like feeling like really happy because it's like I didn't have any friends at the time or anything. And I just remember like, wow, you know, like you didn't have to. I was sure as hell wasn't going to go over to their apartment and say hello. So I remember that kind of hospitality feeling, and that's something that really stuck with me. I really liked that.
That's really cool, man. That's actually never happened to me, but I do feel like people here are like kind of more open.
Yeah,
especially to foreigners, you know.
Yeah,
but I think this might be a good place to end this episode. I think next time we can talk more about things that we were pleasantly surprised about, or things that we liked about living in Japan. And then after that, I also want to talk about in the 3rd episode, I want to talk about socializing in Japan and making friends and how that was.
I could talk like 10 episodes on that.
Yeah, well, let's do that. Anyways, dude, this has been great. This has been a great first episode, and I hope for everybody who's listening to this, we would love to hear your feedback. Like, ask us questions, and we will try and answer. And we'll talk about the topics. I mean, I've been here for 7 years. You've been here for like 5 years.
About 5, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just let us know in the comments, and we'll try and talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. I like I said, we both love living here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just such a weird experience because, like, sorry to extend this on a little bit, but you watch like YouTube videos, because every once in a while I like to check in on the YouTube videos and like see what people are talking about, like for moving here. And I feel like you just get such a strange misconception from living here. It's like, oh yeah, you'll be super depressed, you know, because you'll never find someone to talk about, or like, oh yeah, everything's great. You get to visit shrines every day. And it's like, well, that's not really what things are like here.
Yeah, we'll be talking about the real stuff.
Yeah.
So awesome, man. Thanks.
Yeah.